Okay, I'm just going to do another one of those videos, influential moments, this series that I've started, which are basically incidents that has happened in my life. Today I'm going to talk about a time when I was about 17 years of age. I was still at school doing my A-levels, and as was my friend Dave, we were close friends, and we at that time we did occasionally go out illegally to a pub. Now I had pretty long hair for a couple of years. Many described me as a hippie, and of course I had also developed that love of progressive music. However, when my friend and I went out to a pub in the town, it was only about 20 minutes walk from his house. It was a lovely pub called the Britannia Inn, which was near the river. But to get there, we used to have to walk opposite another pub. Now, to tell you about that, there were lots of young people there at that time who were hippies, but we weren't alone. No, our tribe had another tribe to contend with, and they were the Skinheads. Now, to describe Skinheads, well, they had extremely short hair. They used to wear boots, and had a special name for them, Dr. Martin boots, which looked like jack boots from the Nazi era. They wore braces, Ben Sherman shirts, and usually either with jeans. They used to turn up the trouser leg, and all of this created a menacing spectacle. And they also enjoyed listening to ska and reggae, which was music that came out of Jamaica, and some of the famous songs at that time by Jamaican bands. I can recall there was The Liquidator by Harry J and the All-Stars, and Desmond Dekker Israelites, to name a few. Okay, now back to this venture out to the pub for a game of table football and a pint. We had to walk past this pub. I think it was called the Royal or something like that, and it was frequented frequently by skinheads. Now, these skinheads, they didn't particularly like us hippies, and so when we walked past that venue, we were basically living in fear of our lives. And if some of these skinheads were outside or caught us from inside, we had to run for our lives as they galloped off, and their intention was to catch us and kick the shit out of us. I have to report that fortunately we managed to escape, and once we got about 100 yards further, about 50 yards further on, they gave up and went back to their drink. Now, these skinheads also, on Sunday evening, which was also a popular drinking evening for Dave and I, on Sunday evening they went to the Plaza, which was a sort of venue for music, and they had discos there. The music on offer was soul, reggae and ska. So guess what? It was fully occupied by skinheads and their skinhead girlfriends. Yes, they had girlfriends that looked the same as well. So that was worth pointing out, that on Sunday night it was particularly dangerous walking down past that pub. But I have to say, the one thing that I must say about these types of guys was that the music was fantastic, and I love that music. In addition to their desire to listen to music, they were also fanatical football supporters, and they frequented the four big London clubs, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs and West Ham. And so if I went up to London to see Manchester United, again we had this problem of going via the underground and trying to avoid these skinheads. So I definitely didn't wear the scarf of Manchester United, because then you were a clear target for some really awful violence. Okay, so that's another little story for you to sample. Now, these memories, these influential memories, I am doing this because I want learners to realise that their life story, their memories, are vitally important in their learning of English. They can describe their memories as best they can in the English language, but it will give them topics to talk about that they are certainly familiar with, and they will also feel very good about recalling those memories. So I would encourage all learners, please, to start this type of vlog for yourself, and you can send your videos to me if you want, at AstaHugo99 gmail.com, or you can send them via Facebook, and I'd be delighted to have a look at them and advise you on the content in terms of pronunciation and grammar. Okay, that's my lot.